Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for joining me again. Welcome if you haven't joined my YouTube channel before. Today I'm going to be doing quite an informative video which I thought would be really useful because I'm going to be covering my essential top 20 postpartum must-haves for mum. So these are things that are exclusively for the mum rather than for the baby. Everyone often worries about, oh, what do I pack for my baby, etc. in your hospital bag, etc. Well, this is my top 20 postpartum essentials just for mum. I'm always really happy to kind of give my advice to my friends who are going on to have their babies after I've had my baby, who I had 9 months ago. It's a video that I'm really excited to share with you guys because I think it's really important to actually siphon through all of the advice that you get given as an expectant mum and to actually narrow down what truly are the essentials that you do need. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and please remember, if you do enjoy this video, if you do like it and you do find it informative, please let me know. Please leave a comment below if you're happy to do so. Please like it or share it or even subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'd really appreciate that. So without much further ado, let's start with my top 20 postpartum essentials for mum. So at number 1, we've got these breast pads, which I kind of didn't realise how important they were when I was pregnant and even in early stages postpartum, but I soon realised that I did need them. Particularly in the first few days, you realise that you are constantly leaking milk all the time, and these little bad boys do come in very, very handy. Initially I bought breast pads that were disposable, and they often come individually wrapped for hygiene purposes, which is great, but then I thought, God, I'm making all of this waste when you can actually buy non-disposable washable breast pads. So these are what I've recently bought. Get 6 in a pack. They're about £5 for a pack. They're an absolute postpartum must-have. My second absolute essential is, and this is the glamorous one, maternity pads. Yes. So these are the least glamorous item probably on my list. And you can get these anywhere: Mothercare, Boots, Superdrugs, and you can get massive ones like these ones are, or you can get kind of more nicely packaged ones from Always, etc. They look like this. They look like a normal sanitary towel, but they're a lot thicker. If you do get normal sanitary towels, then get the kind of thicker nighttime ones. They're a lot more absorbent, which you definitely will need. You'll need to wear these for a good few weeks after giving birth. Next on my list is another boob kind of item. It's lanolin cream, which I don't have on me. I actually use the Mothercare own brand, which was perfectly fine. It's really sticky, but honestly, if you haven't had a baby and haven't breastfed before, you have no idea what breastfeeding is going to be like. I did find that lanolin cream actually helped, especially if you have sore or cracked nipples. You can just pop it onto your nipple and it's actually safe for your baby to ingest as well. Number 4 is actually for those mums who've had a natural delivery. It's something which my friend Emma in Manchester, hi Emma, recommended to me, which I didn't actually need in the end because I had a cesarean section, but it's actually a jug to help kind of wash your bits down below, which are going to be extremely sore and sensitive. Moving on to my absolute next essential, we've got one of the more exciting items, which is snacks. So make sure that if you are packing your hospital bag, that you've got lots of yummy snacks with you, and also when you're at home in your nursing chair or wherever you want to nurse your baby, just make sure you have loads of snacks. I think my favourite postpartum snack was actually mini cheddars, I'm not going to lie. Don't forget that when you're breastfeeding, you burn a minimum of 300 to 500 extra calories each day, which is a lot of calories that I probably don't even burn 500 calories when I go to the gym each time. My next item, which is an absolute essential, again, especially if you're breastfeeding, always carry around a bottle of water. Now I've just invested in one of these Brita Fill and Go water bottles. Again, if you're breastfeeding, you have to make sure that you're really well hydrated because you're producing all this liquid which then your baby is taking away from you. You can end up being really dehydrated. I have been constantly thirsty since I started breastfeeding, and I'm constantly trying to drink all the time throughout the day. So make sure you carry around a bottle of water with you at all times. So we're going to move on to kind of clothing bits that you need now, which is still in my top 20. And the next item is a nursing bra. Woo, glamorous. Again, These items aren't going to be your most glamorous items you've ever worn. Nursing bras certainly aren't that glamorous, but they're an absolute essential if you're breastfeeding your baby. Got these kind of clip latches here, which means that the nursing bra actually opens out. The baby can get easy access to their milk, which obviously is absolutely essential. So bag yourself a nursing bra. Make sure that you get fitted out in one of the shops like in Mothercare or even in M&S to make sure you get the right size. I was always a favourite and still am a favourite of H&M. They do great nursing bras at really, really good prices and they're extremely comfortable. We're moving on to another clothing item, which is loose pyjamas. So I got one of these kind of pyjama shirts and I got it in large because I just wanted to be comfortable, and I would advise that you buy any clothing items for the postpartum period in large. Again, if you're breastfeeding, you want your baby to be able to get to the breast easily, so a nightshirt or vest and short combo are the two kind of best options really. So my next clothing item is a pair of really loose trousers. So I just had a pair of loose leggings which kind of fitted over my bump really loosely, because you still do have a bump after you give birth, believe it or not. You don't want anything tight around your tummy at all, especially if you've had a cesarean like I did. So just get yourself some cheap loose leggings, or even some maternity leggings again, just to go over your kind of surgical scar and where your bump still is. My next item is the absolutely most glamorous item on the list. It's a pair of massive pants. Now, my biggest pants postpartum weren't even this size, they were so much bigger. When you're thinking postpartum pants, think Bridget Jones pants, because you do not want anything tight around that tummy area at all, or even down below. You don't want anything tight fitting, you want something as loose as possible. So you're not going to be keeping these pants forever, so just get yourself down to Primark, get some massive cheap cotton pants. Make sure they're cotton, make sure they're big, and make sure they're cheap, because you're going to be throwing them away as soon as you finish with them. Another clothing item that I think you should have or should invest in, even if it's a cheap one, is a dressing gown, because for the first few weeks postpartum you're probably not going to be wanting to go out that much. You're going to be staying at home a lot of the time as you get used to your baby and as your baby gets used to you. So a dressing gown I think is really important. It helps you feel comfortable, it helps cover yourself up if you've got visitors coming round and you're in your pyjamas kind of feeding your baby. Something else that I think is a great idea to have on your list is something to help your bowels get into action, because when you have your baby it's likely that you might have had some analgesia, you might not be drinking as much as you'd want to, and you've also lost a lot of fluid, so you may be quite dehydrated, which in turn causes you to be constipated. So anything that keeps your bowels moving, such as prune juice, obviously drinking plenty of water we've already mentioned. My next essential item is analgesia or pain relief. So it could be simply some paracetamol, or even some anti-inflammatories as well. Another item which kind of came to my attention, let's say a few weeks after actually having my baby, is a nursing pillow. This obviously only relates to those mums who are breastfeeding. I think they do really come in handy. Lots of my friends use the My Breast Friend nursing pillow. I actually got one from Ergo Baby. You can get lots of these items on eBay secondhand and they've probably not been used that much. Another item that I found really helpful, just to keep me feeling a bit more refreshed and hydrated, is just a water refreshing spray. I bang on about this item. It's the Avene thermal water spray, and it just helps make you feel a bit more alive. Just small things like this after you've had your baby actually make such a difference. They kind of just make you feel more human and a bit more alive. My next item would be some sort of deodorant. After I had my baby, I was sweating so much and I didn't understand why, but then I had a chat to someone. They said, well, if you think about it, during pregnancy you're carrying around a much bigger circulating volume of liquid in your blood, and postpartum your body tries to get rid of all of that excess fluid, so that's why you sweat a lot. I didn't know that, and I was kind of shocked to see how much I sweated after having my baby, and I got myself a nice natural roll-on deodorant. My next item is something to care for your skin around your tummy and your hips and waist. It's some sort of stretch mark cream or oil. You can use bio oil. However, I didn't really use that much during pregnancy, and I used the Palmer's cocoa butter stretch mark cream all throughout pregnancy and even after having my baby, and I don't have a single stretch mark. My next essential item, which is probably one of the cheapest on the list, is a simple hair tie. Postpartum, you're not going to be wanting to have your hair down all the time. You probably won't have much time to have a shower during those precious days. My next really, really good tip, which is my penultimate tip from the whole list, isn't actually something that you can pack with you or carry around with you, but it's actually stashing your freezer full of pre-prepared meals, whether that's meals that you've had time to cook before having your baby or your partner or a friend or family member, or even some healthy ready meals that you bought from the supermarket. Just make sure you've got access to lots of food in your freezer which you don't have to cook when you've just had your baby, because trust me, you or your partner just won't have any time to. So my final item on my list is something that I think is really, really important. Just after you've had your baby, whether you're a new parent or not, you're probably feeling the least human that you've felt for a long time, through sleep deprivation, through your hormones going up through the roof and down through the floor, and you're probably not feeling at your most attractive. So I think that packing something or carrying something around with you that kind of makes you feel a bit more pretty, a bit more human, a bit more normal, would really help that. So I just think carrying something like a lip gloss or lip balm, or even your favourite perfume, just around with you and just spraying it on, or just applying a little bit of lip balm or lip gloss, I think that just makes you feel more human, a bit more alive, and a bit more like the normal you. So I definitely recommend just carrying something around like that, like a lip gloss or like your favourite perfume. So guys, that's it. That's the end of my top 20 postpartum essentials video. I really hope that you enjoyed this and found it useful. If you did like it, then please let me know what you thought. Please leave a comment in the comments list below. Please like it and share it. And if you'd like to, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see more videos that are similar to this one. Thanks again so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.